You know, that space of the unknown. What is my existence here? Not in a Billy G type mission. In a like, what's my purpose? And all I've got in this space with me, I've got my kids and that, but the distance, because of the situation I'm in, it's mad. Let me address that before you start insinuating or thinking mad. Quintus, the mum just won't let me get near him. I want to. He's 3. He's come in the midst of all this madness. I called him Quintus because it means the 5th in Latin. And the 5 is a big thing for me. L5, although it stands for a postcode, it stands for a lot more now. It's like my lucky number. So I can't go there, I can't go. The big reason for that is because she associates with Cashman's associates, and she lives smack bang in the middle of where all the so-called hard men of the city are that have got a problem with me. I didn't know she was linked to them all. But there you go. That's why I don't get to see Quintus. My other 2 kids, well, me stepdaughter and my other daughter, I had a Laura 2 years ago. She was 2 in March. So I'm being gifted for my struggle. You know, he's gifted me. Anyone that God gives the ability to create life on his behalf is gifted. You just don't realise how gifted you are. Anyway, let's come away from me. I was just clearing that up. I can't get, with my other 2 kids, they let me go in the hospital. They let me sit in the hospital for 6 days. While I'm in the hospital for 6 days, the rats put a video out there as if I'm in a fucking some pub in Northside in Newcastle getting whacked with a pool cue. Went viral, so everyone's laughing at me as if I'm sat in Liverpool in the women's hospital. But we're there for 6 days. The baby's born, well, induced. We're took into the next room. Within half an hour the phone rings. Social services. Telling my girlfriend Darren's not allowed near the child. I could see it in me. I'm stood there by the bed. The face just went. And when she's put the phone on, she's going, panic mode, just had a baby, what are you doing? Putting that on that woman in the fucking fuck me. Why are you putting that on a woman like that? You know what it's going to do? So I ring the number back and speak to them straight away. Some place in Widnes, I forgot what it's called. And they're speaking to me, oh yeah, but you understand there's a threat to your life, Darren. And we're not saying you can't have access to your children. We're saying you can't have access to your children in Liverpool. Now there's 2 angles there. There's 2 angles. Do you want to know what the rarest one is? Keeping me out of Liverpool. That's all I used to go to Liverpool for. To see me kids, spend the day with them and get back off. Can't even do that now. So it makes it 10 times more difficult for us to be in the same space, which brings me back to the void. The only thing I've got here is choose a life, not a knife. It saved me from unliving myself. And it's kept me from going back to prison. It gives me strength, it gives me purpose. And that's like the only purpose I've got. My purpose is in the benefit of everyone else, and I've neglected myself for it. Like a martyr. And that's just the spirit I've got. I'll be that kid in 10 years that when the shit hits the fucking fan, martyr. Do you understand what I'm saying? And martyr's not a bad word. Go and get the definitions. It goes up in levels. A martyr simply means sacrificing your own needs for someone else's who's more in trouble, if you like. Anyway, let's bring it back to the kid that opened me wounds. You know what they're doing. Slow down effect. Comes in waves. He's the first wave. You'll get the next wave above him. Then you'll get social media platforms coming. Don't forget he's a puppet. And it's happened to me 3 times, so I'm just prepped for it, if you like. But again, all the pain, all the shit, the complete knocking me off my process because they wanted clickbait and wanted money and wanted whatever they fucking needed in their drugs, in their fucked up life. I still look at that Sam and think, if no one intervenes properly, he's going to end up dead or lifed off. And that's what's going on with him. And he doesn't need gifts. Why? Because his gifts is his problem. Think about what I'm saying as well, you know, people. This isn't me being a shithouse. I would absolutely demolish him on the spot now, knock on my door now, and he won't. He needs 6 months. Look, if I call someone out who's a nugget, I'm turning up and going, let's have it. I train on a regular. I'm not a slob. I don't need an enemy to fucking get me going. I don't need to thrive on someone else's agenda to give me that lift. I do it all myself. Motivated, inspirated, all by myself. Don't need no one. He needs me, and has done since 2018, when I got out of custody, came onto social media, numbers went through the roof. He got jealous because he'd been trying to go through the roof for years while I'm in custody, 10 years or something. I pop out within a year, went right past him in the numbers. He tried to befriend me, come in, what's happening, Zaz? Do you want to collaborate? Nah, I'm alright, lad. On my own thing, just want to stay out of prison, don't want anyone interfering with me process. Go and choose a life, not a knife. Going everywhere it's meant to be going, naturally. I'm not forcing it, it's just... Message, don't you want to collaborate? What are you blanking me for? Boom. Eventually getting nastier, blocked. Bang. There you go, now he's just screaming about me, making mad allegations that you've all seen, hopefully. And because I was targeting drug dealers and he was a drug dealer and everyone was buzzing that he was targeting me, they were throwing him big donations. Not like the honest people with the dogs who he's manipulated. I'm talking organised crime groups throwing $5,000 at him to fucking harass me intensely. So you can understand how money orientated he is, can't you? So if he can harass me every day behind the scenes, multiple accounts, multiple devices, why? Because he's just getting pure dope thrown by major organised crime groups. That's the fact of it. That's his whole thing with me, and has been for years. Grass. He's right, lad. The most popular word used against every gangbanger. Every single one. With the back turned is getting called a snitch. Trust me, shouldn't even be using them words, because them words get you fucking so sorry. But this is what he done. I'm just that. You don't know my situation. I've just done a double figure sentence, mate. Do you think I want to get out and engage with crime? Do you think I want to get out and engage with idiots in crime? No. So when I got this little fucking weird kid who I didn't know in the first place, never heard of him in me fucking life, just harassing me, I'm doing homework on him now. And okay then. He's a bloodline of the Youngies, he's a bloodline of the Fitzgibbon families, all targeting me. Youngies had an affair with my wife. I was married years ago. One of the Youngies had an affair with my wife. Some couple of them chatting shit about me. Fitzgibbon family, we robbed them when we was kids. They chased us, kidnapped our Danny, tied him to a chair, tortured him. That's his family. His family hate me. Why? Because I've been screaming for the past 3 years, 4 years, because of him. When I'm telling him stop it, when I'm telling him shut it, when I'm telling him calm down, kid, things can get crazy if you carry on, he's not. But I don't want to go out and just sleep him. So I start going, alright, what's the powerfulest tool I've got? If it's not me fist and it's not me nine, what have I got to defend myself against all these mad allegations that he's spreading for all this cunt? Who were sitting in the background feeding it. Okay, you, let's pull you into the picture. I'm not talking about the rat now, the puppet. That's all he is. I'm talking about the people paying him. And they're dangerous. They're not like this little nugget. And that's what I'm up against because of him. What he was doing when he was trying to cause murder for me, I've told you this, and I'm not lying. There's no need for me to lie, do you understand? I'm the truthful one, just getting on with me fucking life. He's just coming into my life doing madness. He's a witness in it for the first time, but it's happened since 2018. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's just fucking... What am I meant to do with him? Blank him? And then what? I can come off social media for a month on purpose, wanting to leave it behind. And I'll be spending more time, I'm just getting my life in order, everything falling into place for me because I'm off social media. The message goes quiet, no one starts pumping it, no one carries it. Do you understand? But the most important thing is they all come at me when I'm quiet. When they don't know where I am, they're all on fucking edge. So they all start dragging me back onto social media, come back out, defend myself. And I look like the fucking idiot. Because I've got gangsters. He's not even a gangster. Kid's fucked, mate. Look how he's behaving. Who's acting stable here? What 40-year-old man puts a balaclava on, a t-shirt of someone, and tries to sell it to you? Acting gangster while he's doing it. It's just like, what's going on? Do you understand what I mean? People know. Some of you don't even want to understand. There's quite a lot of people in here. Some of you don't even want to understand where I'm coming from. But I've got my own demons. I don't need physical demons. I've got my own things to fucking conquer. I'm still on my journey. I'm still in that risk mode. Things like this always drag me back to that risk line. So it's important I don't get triggered too much, to be honest with you, because I don't know what I'm doing. You know, when I'm triggered, honestly, I know it's like this. It's like I've got two minds at that moment, and the mind that's sensible is watching and listening to the mind that's fucking not, trying to tell it to stop. And I know this. And it's like I'm looking what I'm doing, knowing I should be stopping, but I can't. It's just weird to explain, mate. Anyway, keep it real. Choose a life, not a knife. It can stop me from committing revenge. It can stop me from retaliating. Yeah, you might hear me using my mouth, but to be honest with you, People say me mouth gets me in trouble. It's me words that are leading me, to be honest with you. If you get what I'm saying there. You've heard it. Go and listen to the words coming out of my mouth in 2018. Listen to me words in 2019. Listen to me words and listen to, it's all out there. Listen to me now, 2025. Me words are leading me in the right way. Trust me, lad. Everything's falling into place. Yeah, there might have been a year ago writing all sorts of communities off. Do you understand? So I'm on that process where I can change. The people attacking me haven't even started that process yet. How do I know that? Because when you understand the process, you can see someone else in the process. And you don't want to, you know how, when you get knocked off your process, you know how fucked up you become off it and how difficult it is to regain your energy. Get out of that dark place. Start the process again. Get yourself motivated again. Get yourself flowing again. And then fucking rats just take you off your fucking path. It's horrible, mate. And then you've got to start again. A lot of people give up. You don't even realise they're on a process, most people. But you can't interfere. I don't know whether you can have two processes. One going backwards, one going upwards. You must be able to. Mustn't you?
Is it good for cooking? Yes. Look at this risotto.
What do they call that?
So it's good for cooking. Thank you.
Duality.
Flora, skip the cow.
If you can go in, you can come out. If you can go up, you can come down. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not necessarily the same. Well, it is. Because if you take 2 steps left, you can take 2 steps right. Do you understand what I mean? So you've got a lot of people on the downward process, and that's all stalker. You've got kids looking at that like that's a upward process, an elevating of the consciousness. It's not. It's not. That is no conscious. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, me and Nan used to say to you, haven't you got a conscience? When she used to say that to you, it used to be because you'd done something without morals attached to it. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, when you've got a conscience, you've got an elevated consciousness. When you've got morals, when you've got empathy, when you're getting upset about other people's issues, that's not a bad thing. It's a fucking good thing. Your kids looking at him are not getting taught how to have that conscience, how to have them morals, because there's none in him. And that's why he's on that process that spirals. And loads do, without them understanding it. If they switch a few, change lanes a little bit, sacrifice him, sacrifice this, sacrifice that, that process turns round, you start going up again. But you've got to want to admit, acceptance is the entrance to repair. And loads of people are damaged. Some of us are damaged because we've been victims and victimisers. I suffer more off the victimising than what I do off the victimisation. just getting triggered. But this is that period. Don't be afraid. The confusion. Dragging you to the future, dragging you to the past, dragging you to the centre, future, past, centre, future, centre, past. Don't be afraid. Embrace it. Go with the flow. What's causing it to wobble? Deal with it. Leave it. Which brings us back to him. Samuel Walker. Can you see the words leading the way? Do you see how I'm using his name? He needs to go to jail while he's got offences hanging over him. His life and everything about him is going to deteriorate further, further and further. Along the way, he's going to commit more offences. At the moment, he mightn't even get major jail. He's probably panicking about the Corey, the DHB situation. Again, he mightn't even get jail for that shit. So he's on a cocaine paranoid, awfulising situation. Awfulising the mind, making a fucking mountain out of a molehill. Do you understand? That's where he's at now. He's in that period of the process. He doesn't know yet, but he is. He's awfulising that he's on his toes. He's awfulising all this madness, and it mightn't even be that. But that is creating a rumination. And when you start ruminating, overthinking, ruminating, you're on a mad one. Why? Because you can't make correct decisions. Your choices are erratic, just like your mind. And this is where he's at. How do I know? How do I normally know? Experience. I can see what I'm looking at. Can't stand the cunt, but I can see. Is that the real Samuel Walker? Is that 9-year-old Samuel Walker like that 9-year-old Darren Gee? Is that 11-year-old Samuel Walker before he got kicked out of school like Darren Gee? What happened in his childhood life to make him fuck up at school? Was he attacked at home like Darren Gee? What made him go to jail for his first time? How old was he? Was it like me? Find my brother shot in the head, 6 months later I'm in prison. Or did his mum have an argument and he just ran out the house? Doesn't matter what route we took. It's the trauma we've picked up along the way. The drug taking we do along the way. The backstabbing, the robbing, the dog behaviour, the muck behaviour, the unfaithful behaviour, the unloyal behaviour. Never grasping behaviour. Although the rumours exist. You always do in that world, as I said earlier on. Everyone's a snitch over there, mate. Trust me. So you've got to understand him. Put yourself in his shoes. How would you be acting like that? On your toes? On social media? Committing crime to survive on your toes? Spending beyond your means? Because you're on your toes? Losing all the platforms that you've built up over years? Because you're on your toes, acting like a dickhead, thinking you're on holiday? You're on that Spain thing, pissed every weekend on the AO, the sun, the beach. Yeah. Sort your fucking head out. Coming from a Scouser. A real Scouser. Who wants to elevate Scousers. Who wants to bring Scousers out of them dark fucking council estates where we're raised. Obviously the fight's off. So let's just put that away. The fight's off. It never even started. I know the process they put on me. Hughes Jones. It is what it is. As I said, he's a puppet. I can sit here and forgive him for smashing the monuments on my Mars fucking thing. I can sit there and forgive him for doing all the mad shit that he's come at me. Doesn't mean I forget it. Doesn't mean I'm happy to sit in a room in 5 years and have a meal. You never forget people that have tried to make you unlike yourself on purpose. Ever. But as I said, he's got kids out there. Shoes of life, not a knife, lad. It's all about the kids. Our kids will share schools. Our kids will share parks. Our kids will share fucking whatever's available when they're growing up. Might just be fucking mosques everywhere. Either way, your kids will be raised, won't they? As long as you protect them. But it's about us, men and women. Women more than men. Women are the protectors of the children. Men are meant to be the protectors of the woman. It's our whole purpose. You've got that diamond, you give the woman the diamond, and then you protect that fucking diamond. And when that diamond comes out bigger, powerfuler, you make sure it doesn't get touched. Just like every sort of living thing on the planet does with their babies. It's what it should be like. When you see a lioness and the cubs, what you see? Dad. That's the way it should be with us. It's not though, is it? What's the main factor for that? Drink and drugs. What's the main factor for family breakdown within your community? Drugs. What's one of the main factors in every kid that's getting lifed off for murder? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. What's the main factor in all their situations? Cannabis abuse. They don't release the details because they're making a pharmacy out of it. And we all know what the billions of pounds are going to be made on the back of the kids. So, for example, if I'm a business and I want to create a market, on the back of an illegal market, I'll turn a blind eye to the market I want to tap into. And that's what happened 15 years ago, 20 years ago. If I got nicked with a weed when I was younger, you're spending a night in the cells and getting put in court the next morning. I'm getting out of jail, kids are getting searched, getting bags of weed found on them, and then let go. Why do you think that is? To ease the overcrowding of the justice system. Alright. So what they're doing is, you're seeing it lately, why all the crops are getting took out when they wasn't the way they are now. Right, on the clean-up phase. What did the clean-up phase do? All these kids are now 21st century smackheads. And instead of putting them on methadone, like they did all our uncles and dads and brothers, they're going to put them on cannabis. And each kid's going to have a prescription of cannabis like it's a prescription of any medication you get. Worth Brewster's. Pharmacies, contracts, everything's already sewn up. They've only got to be built, probably be built in the next 5 or 10 years. Well, you've seen it already coming out there, and they're using the influencers, and you think to yourself, how the fuck did he smash it? How's he gone from there to there? And then a year later, he's promoting this medical cannabis. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And it's the kids that are relevant. And when you've got Snoop Dogg on a stage smoking weed with a copper, when you've got all these big iconic Hollywood stars going, yeah, weed's great. It's encouraging the market. Go on, get in touch, have a tap, have a tap, have a tap. So you've seen America now, they're more, let's just fucking do it. And look at it over there. And they're wondering why kids are going into schools with firearms, going off the fucking barnets. They're not mentioning the weed, are they? Every single one of the kids, I suggest, is fucked on weed. And you've got to understand it. Why? You as a mum, you can see it. You can see the tapped mind of your kid when he hasn't got a joint. When he hasn't got the money for the joint. If your son who's been smoking weed for 2 or 3 years now, you're seeing the deterioration. There's a lot of girls doing it. You can see the deterioration. They're starting it in school. One of the most dangerous places for your children. They start it in school, dinner time, because they're too fucked, because they're too stoned. They don't want to go back in and get caught by the teacher. So now they're sagging. And while they're sagging, they're having another joint. And every joint they have is making your child, your daughter, and your son vulnerable to the dealers. Why? Because your daughter's going to depend on the weed soon. And she'll be making her own phone calls soon. She'll be ringing the local soon herself. She'll get dependent on the local soon herself. There'll become a point where she can't get money off her mum. She's not working, she's only young. She can't get dough from nowhere. Hello, can I strap off you? Of course you can. There you go. Before you know it, 6 months down the line, a year down the line, your daughter's in the passy of that cunt's car. He's got to keep her sweet for 6 months. Introduce her to some coke. Introduce to drink. Introduce to coming back to his flat. And then, depending on who he is, what he is, and what culture he's from, depends on how long your daughter's going to get fucked and by how many men. And I mean, fucked in life. I didn't mean to say it like that, so forgive me if someone thinks, oh, that's bad. And that's just one angle of it. That's just one risk for your daughters. And that weed is a gateway to that. If your daughter is smoking weed 14, 15, she's finished. She won't hold a job down, she won't hold a relationship down, she'll be on the benefits all her life. If she's got to mind a few boxes of weed for a boyfriend, she'll do it. Why? Because she'll be lonely. Why is she lonely? Because all her mates never done what she done. 2 or 3 of them smoke the weed. They're the ones that are fucked, lonely, taking any man they can get. The ones that never smoked the weed, they cracked on, they went into employment, they secured themselves, found themselves a decent man, and just went on with their lives. Probably look back on them things thinking, what the fuck happened to them? When they were your mates, and you weren't stopping them, and you weren't going, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Why? Because you were probably just drinking, thinking you're not getting fucked up off the drink, but you probably sat at home now on the wine every night thinking you're rich and posh. And this is what's happening within our communities, and this isn't being racist when I say our communities. It doesn't matter what community you're in. White, black, Asian. It doesn't matter. Drugs are taking hold of every community. And they're doing exactly the same damage. Every firearm incident on your estate in your city for the last 30 years has been to do with drugs. Everyone shot dead by a firearm in your estate in the last 20 years has been to do with drugs. What's the biggest risk to you in your community? Drug dealers. Who's letting it happen? the filth? How do I make the drug dealers realise that we're all killing each other here? We're leading our children into gang life where they're going to shoot and kill each other and get life off and use drugs and abuse drugs and not have a family and shit like this. He's going to start listening to me, or are you going to listen when you're 40 and it's too fucking late? Are you going to grow up mature, start thinking about life the way you should be, and start thinking, you know what, I'm worried sick about my kids and what Darren Gee's been screaming for the last fucking decade or two. I wish I should have fucking listened. Some of yous are listening, but I'm not unapproachable now to your community. You can't really embrace me because you're shut down. I've got loads of lads messaging me that's turning their back on that shit through what I'm screaming. Got a 1-year-old child dealing drugs, thinking they're gonna last. It's not good. You gotta switch up fast, lad. Why? Because your kids are your future. Your children are your future, and if they're getting guided into a fucking hellhole, guess what your future's like? You just don't let your kid go out the door at 16. And then you can sit back and have your peaceful life. If your kid gets murdered on them streets, your life's finished. If your kid gets placed in prison for the first time, your ma's heart is snapped. It's like you're being murdered. It doesn't matter what it's like for anyone out there. To your mum, you are and always will be a beautiful, innocent little boy, and you will not have done that fucking crime. The minute it's proven, you snap that heart on your mother, and she's broke just like you are off the prison you're doing. And if you get lifed off for that emotional, erratic choice that you've just made with your knife, just think about how fucked you're going to be sat in a cell for 20 years. Think of the damage you're doing to the family across the road. It's your own kind. You've been playing with the kid on the street for fucking years, some of yous. Think about where I come from. Just think about where I come from when I'm screaming this. It's not fame. It's not trying to be fucking this big fucking whatever. Do you think this? Have you seen what I've been getting put through for this message? Have you even went back and just looked? Don't ignore 2004, because that was the intervention that came for me. Do you think I'm going to carry an 18-year-old kid into a fucking hospital with 8 holes in his body, dripping with blood out his eyes, his mouth, screaming for his mum? Do you think I'm going to carry him into an hospital, listen to him die on his hospital bed, go to jail within a month, suffer the fucking madness in my head, the grief, all this shit, the guilt, all this? Do you think I'm going to get out and participate in the life, the same fucking life that wrecked this kid's life? That's me like saying, fuck him, he died for nothing. And I'm not that, and I wouldn't do that. And I don't give a fuck of how their family think I am now. He's one of the main factors. His name's not, he's not died in vain. He's choose a life, not a knife, more than fucking I am. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, lads that could be shot up when you're 19, like young Ellis Cox? Young girls within that community, chilling with these groups within that fraternity. Yeah, you might be working, but you're holding terrible secrets. You've got young girls sat there now, they go to work 9 to 5, they come home and they're chilling with a fucking rat that's involved with the murder of a young man in the city of Liverpool. 19-year-old kid on a bike on his way home to his mother, took out by drug dealers. Within that community, you have got young girls who are in the know. At the moment, because you're young, it's not really affecting you. When you start getting older, and the empathy and the humanity and the realisation that your boyfriend's because you will do, drug dealer, gangbanger, listen to my words. He's going to prove himself to be a horrible bastard with you the further you're in there. You're keeping this secret. Doesn't matter how small you think it is. Your boyfriend slipped something. Your boyfriend's pillow talking. He's got no one else he can trust. He thinks he can trust you. Giving you all them secrets. Offloading that deadly fucking poison into you. As you're growing up with that, it's going to damage the fucking life out of you. You can have the key to the answers for a brutal murder for a family. The fact that you're not releasing that key to the family means you're going to suffer horrendously as you're growing up. And you'll develop, probably, like loads of people, they can't handle the secret. They can't handle being in the know. It's alright when it goes quiet, because you can deal with it better. But when you've got people like Darren Gee, every year, calling you out because I know you're sitting there with your secret, reminding you, you start taking it on like I'm talking to you. That's how you start taking it. Like, is he speaking to me again? I'm in there. It's not going to leave you alone. What normally happens is you start looking for something to subdue the feelings. Drink drugs. Without you understanding it, that secret is making you drink and drink and drink more as you're getting older. You just don't realise what it is. And it's that dirty secret that you hold. So any of you young girls, just like in the Cashman murder, where you had a young girl, a young woman, who held that secret of the dirty rat who slipped into her house and told her, slit the tongue. That girl's living with that secret. She was brave enough, strong enough, and able enough to come forward and go, listen, this is what happens. Now you'll get some twisted cunt there and go, yeah, but that was a girl. Fuck off out my life. Doesn't matter what child's made. They all deserve the same attention. They all deserve the same empathy. Got Poppy saying you don't listen. Why do we need to listen when I'm the one that's speaking? Don't hear anyone else speaking in here, do you? It'd probably be better if there was two of us having a constructive conversation, wouldn't it? So choose a life, not a knife, people. Keep it real. I know it was getting deep there. A few subjects kicked in. We just went through an array of emotions there without you understanding it. 10 minutes ago it was triggering. So it helps me. What doesn't help me, and it never helps me, is you've witnessed it. A lot of people come in craving for the attention. I'll lock onto one, give them the attention. That's like me opening the door to all of the trolls that's craving the attention. I get triggered, fuming. Mid-process, locked off my life. So now I can't come down on my life and come out of it. Now I'm just vexed. Do you understand what I mean? And it's happening all the time to me, so you can imagine that effect on me on a regular, can't you? I'm trying to create something fucking powerful, and I've had the weird man and all his little weird kids around him, Tintin and that, coming in. Tintin's doing the groundwork. Does he know how dangerous groundwork is? Anyway, it's long-winded, isn't it? There was a lot said there, wasn't there? There was a lot said there. So let's move on to some more relevant stuff. Tommy Robinson's had his High Court bid fucking rejected. So what do you think about that? What do you think about, like, Tommy Robinson's situation? Some of you like him, some of you don't. I'm not going to start, I best not even talking about his name, I think. So let's use Stephen. So what do you think about Stephen's situation? Do you think it's justified? Do you think it's not? I don't really... Anyway, I'm not going to go into... I'm talking about this precise situation where he's locked in custody and he seems to have had his human rights removed. But what you've got to understand is this: I've been in the situation he's in. Do you understand? Not in the sense that I'm down the block because of someone's going to kill me. Because this is what the authorities are saying, and you can not go against that. Because what they say is our number one concern is the safety and the protection of the inmate. And if you can go into any court, anywhere, and it's just not going nowhere. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because of that principle, that process. When you go down the segregation unit and you're placed on good order and discipline, GOAD, they might have changed it now. And what that means is the good order and the discipline of the prison. So for example, if Stephen was placed on normal location in whatever prison he's in, the good order in the prison is going to get disrupted massively. It could be his life. Don't underestimate how dangerous it is in prison. It doesn't matter whether it's a C cat, a B cat or an A cat. It's fucking dangerous. You can have a little fucking twisted ideology. Over. It happens. Loads of young men getting killed in prison, regardless of their offences. So, as a governor's stance, and as in that sort of position, they've got to assess the risk and the control of the prison. And if that one inmate can completely make a whole wing go off its barney, because that's what will happen with him, the further down south he is. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, if he went up north into a certain establishment, he wouldn't be as hated on as much. That could be the angle for him. Okay then, ship me further up north. So if he got into a prison in Newcastle, or, you know, Hull, he'd be sweet. And the governor would probably let him be, because there's a few Scouse governors up there. Do you understand what I'm saying? You've got to understand, like, from the Midlands down and the Midlands up, it's all the same screws. And when you're in the system all your life, you see them from on the landing to a PEI, that's the fast track. There'll be a screw on the landing, a year or two. PEI, physical education instructor, gym screw, 2 years, and then they go on to ranks, and then you see them 10 years later as governors in prisons. Some are number 2s, some are number 1s. They've got like 6 governors to a prison. Just fucking pure waste. So if Stephen was, and the population down south is more more people that don't like his ideas, whereas up north there's more people that understand his ideas. Even if they don't like him, they understand the idea. Do you understand what I mean? It's not an idea. They understand the facts, what he's made us all aware of. But what would you do with it? What would I do if I was in that situation? Me, I could do things. Why? Because I wouldn't be worried about getting out. For him, it's very important. Very, very, very important. That it's obvious to see. He's got that warrior within. He's got the spirit. He's got the fighting spirit. Not give up. Stand your ground. He's got it. This is where it comes into effect in the segregation unit when you're on 22-hour bang up. It's meant to be 23, but they'll be cutting a few fucking things short for them. They'll give him extra phone calls. They'll leave him on the yard a little. They'll give him extra time in the shower where my man in the corner's getting 5 minutes. He'll get a little 10 and 15. And he'll be appreciating that. There'll be officers in there going, do you need anything, Stephen? Do you need anything? Da, 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 da. So as long as he doesn't get provoked by other inmates whilst he's in the segregation unit, puts the relevant applications in to be transferred and use the same reason they're using, safety. You can't deny it. They've used it not to put him on normal location. He can use it to get it out of prison. There's a threat to my life in this establishment. I want out. If you took that to court instead of trying to get him out of his sentence, get him relocated up north. They can't start saying there's a threat for him in a prison up north, because they can only assess the risk to that inmate once he's landed within the prison. Then they can say his life's at risk in here. Do you get me? But even when you go up north, the attitude of the governors, the attitude of some of the staff are a lot more easygoing, a lot more lenient, and get along with inmates a lot more, not because of colour, not because of this. It's just a different approach of handling inmates up north than what it is down south. Up north, yeah, you get your heavy-handed horrible bastards that just want to ruin kids and that. But down there, because that many staff have been assaulted, there's no second guessing from them. Up north, you get the odd one or two who've been damaged in the work process, but not loads where the screws automatically switch. Down in London ways, because they're getting attacked on a regular, daily, in and out, there's no second guessing. They're just on you. Wham! So when you get a scouser, not me, I just fucking, because I've been in the system since I was 13. So when I was sentenced, as soon as I was sentenced, they sent me down south. They tried to cat me off twice, got refused twice by the government, and got warned once. That was Strangeways. I was dying to go to Franklin, and they were sending me. I was on a mission, to get locked in with Willie Moore, and that's where he was. Got to the holding cell, and he went, something's just come through, you can't go. Sent me to Lardham Grange. Go out there. But that's jail life. It's shit. It's horrible. I'm mad. I put some shit qualifications out. I'm like, everyone, well done. The shit qualifications. You can see where they started going wrong in the first certificate, because it says what school I'm at, and the head teacher gave me a certificate saying good work, and I think it was about 10. And then after that, everything went wrong at home. But imagine what I could have done. Imagine what I could have done if I never went to jail at 14. Do you understand what I mean? Imagine yous lads, yeah, you're on this chase thing, you're on this fast lane, you think you're going to be a millionaire in 4 years off doing what you're doing. You think it's possible. Do you understand? You really think that what you're doing, you're going to be a millionaire in so many years without that plan of yours getting absolutely derailed. That's what some of you think. You think you can just get on your Suron. You're not even on a Suron at first unless someone give you the parcel. You're just running around like a joey, getting used, doing the jail, not seeing your bird enough, turning on your ma, getting in debt because you're a good runner. You're running good because you want to be the millionaire, not realising you made him a millionaire last year and you're still fucking running. Loads of yous, mate. Loads of young lads out there running around like soft cunt, making people millionaires. Their dream of being a millionaire, they could probably establish if they just got on with the fucking life of 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, bank, 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 30. Because they've all got the ethic. They just weren't able, the majority of us, we just weren't able to sit in a classroom. That was what it was. We're coming from houses where we're getting fucking beat up. No sleep, no food in the fucking thing. So when we're getting in a school, getting told to sit down, we're all like erratic, no food, no sleep. You know what it's like. You know what it's like with a kid, it's amplified. And loads of us come from this. Loads of drug dealers, loads of young lads, all these young kids, most of them. Not now. Why? Because it's crossed the line. You could separate the two. The good kids, the bad kids. Now the good kids are in with the bad kids because of the lack of community centres for the good kids to go and chill at night. That's what they done to us on purpose. Why? To destroy our communities. Why? To make other communities stronger. Because we're getting broke down and they're getting built up, our people are now getting looked after by foreign communities. It should be our doctors looking after foreign people, not foreign doctors looking after homegrown people. The reason that's not the case is because our communities are being broke down since the 80s on purpose with this big global agenda that you're seeing exist right before your fucking eyes unfold. A lot of yous have been sleeping. Why? Ran away with addictions, getting pissed on a Friday, thinking social services were there to help kids. They were there to do the same thing, break families down. And that's why we're all in a mess. Not the community that's fully educated. Not the community that get disability cars. Our communities don't get disability cars, they get knocked back. Took my ma years, got a snap back. Took their ma 6 months. She's got a bad foot. Why did it take 6 months? Because all the legal aid is going to their culture and their community solicitors. And these solicitors know the law like the back of their hands, so they can go into there and go, yeah, and go, okay then. So when you're starting to hear about, oh, we're going to cut benefits, they're going to cut the benefits of our communities. Okay, we're going to backtrack on the PIP, don't worry, we understand the disabilities, we understand that needs protecting. All the other ones are at a bit of risk, our ones. Why? Because the majority of the people on PIP is the Muslim community. For loads of factors, whether it's ADHD, I'll have a car too, or whether it's inbred problems where kids are coming out disfigured. That's another little angle. But the biggest problem is every immigrant that comes into this country, over the last 20, 25 years, not just now, all these as well. Every single one of them are getting represented by the same solicitors. The same solicitors are receiving billions to represent these immigrants and keep them in the country. The same solicitors are the ones doing the paperwork for the benefit system.